The Parable of the Path. There once was a young student who longed to become wise. He read many books, asked endless questions, and debated with anyone who would listen. He wanted to understand life, why some people succeed, why others struggle, and what true happiness really is. One day he heard about an old master who lived high in the mountains. People said the master knew the answers to life's deepest questions, but only shared them with those who were ready. So the student set out on a journey. The road was long and difficult. He walked through burning heat and freezing winds, across forests and steep mountain paths. Many times he wanted to turn back, but each time he told himself, "I must find the truth." At last he reached the master's small hut. The old man was sitting quietly outside, watching the sunset. "Master," the student said, bowing respectfully, "I have traveled far to ask you a question." The old man nodded. "Ask." "How can I become wise?" The master looked at him calmly and said, "Bring me water from the spring behind that mountain." The student was surprised, but he said nothing. He took a clay jug and began the journey. The path was difficult. Stones slipped beneath his feet, and the wind pushed against him. But he reached the spring, filled the jug, and carefully returned. He handed the water to the master. Suddenly, the old man knocked the jug from his hands. The water spilled onto the ground. The student stared in shock. "Why would you do that?" he said. "I worked so hard." The master simply replied, "Bring me more." The student clenched his jaw, but went again. This time he walked faster, but felt more tired. He returned with water, and once again the master spilled it without a word. Now the student could not hold back his anger. "Are you mocking me?" he shouted. "I came for wisdom, not meaningless tasks." The master looked at him and said, "Bring me more." The third time the student walked in silence. Inside him, anger and doubt were fighting. "Maybe this old man is just wasting my time. Maybe I came all this way for nothing." But still he continued. When he reached the spring, he stopped. For the first time, he didn't rush. He sat down and looked into the water. He noticed the gentle flow, the sound of the wind in the grass, the quiet rhythm of his own breath. Slowly, his mind became calm. He returned, walking steadily and without hurry. The master took the jug, but this time he did not spill it. He drank a little, then said, "Now you are ready." The student exhaled with relief. "Finally, tell me, how do I become wise?" The master placed the jug on the ground. "The first time," he said, "you walked with pride. You thought, 'I am searching for truth.' The second time you walked with anger. You thought, 'I am being forced.' But the third time, you simply walked." The student frowned. "What does that mean?" The master smiled gently. "Wisdom is not in the answers you receive. It is in the way you seek them. When you are full of pride or anger, you only see yourself. But when you become calm, you begin to see the world." The student fell silent. After a moment, he asked softly, "So, the path is more important than the goal?" The master looked at the horizon and replied, "The path is the goal, because it is on the path that you change." They sat together in silence, watching the sun disappear behind the mountains. And for the first time in a long while, the student stopped searching for answers. He simply sat and felt a little more peace and a few less questions.